Hello and welcome once again to New Hampshire. It's chase race number 1 for the Coke Vanilla Cup Series. Danny Everett grabs his second pole of the year and will start alongside Roush Fenway teammate Dylan Young. Tom Gerard and Daniel Day make up run number 2. Daniel looking for a good start to his chase. Chaser Henry Sanford and Gene Sanford row 3. Jack Smith will start alongside Chaser Charles Jackson, and it'll be Matt Benassi and Charles Sanford. In row number 5, there's Chaser Amy Shelley. Chaser Mary Shelley just one row back in row 7. William Duncan will roll off in row 8. Patterson, row 9. Sam Young will roll off from row number 11. I'm looking through the chase field a little bit here. Drew Austin's there. We just passed by over him. There's Matt Dixon and Adam Derrickson. Trevor Meacham's back here. Sky Commons, Drew Austin. Oh, sorry, that was Harrison Buckeye then. Okay. Jerry Shelley's back here. And a chaser will roll off 42nd. It's Brad Johnson. The command has been given. The field gets rolling off. Everyone will roll off. Everyone will start. All 16 of the chasers looking to start off this race with a great start. 51 laps. We'll have some pit stops here today. Adam Derrickson coming in as the favorite, as he has the most top 10s of anyone in this season. Also the most wins of anyone. He's got a tie atop the most top 5s for the year. Derrickson has been the dominant car all season, but like you saw, he'll start in the back here today. I repeat what I've said all weekend so far, if a chaser wins this race, they are locked in. They do not have to worry about elimination this week. The green flag is out. We are racing from New Hampshire. No chaser has won yet this weekend. So that would be a big thing if that actually happened. Oh, and around goes Amy Shelley, the first chaser to have issues. John Azalea's around. We'll be right back. And we are back. Here's what happened to start this one. Alex Jones comes out the corner. He has William Duncan on his back bumper. Amy Shelley gets turned, as well as Jeffrey Buckeye. And Shelley's going to hit the inside of that wall. Then John Azalea gets turned around up here. Derek Benassi gets into him, as we're trying to get back to him. Oh, Trevor Meacham then turns Chris Washer. That's important as well. And then we're going to come up to the 6th, because something happened on the front straightaway that we never even covered. Jeff James gets into the 6th. Elijah Workman makes some contact here. They're spinning in front of Duncan as well. There's Kyle Austin. Devin Whitson's going to come along. Drew Austin gets a piece of it. So does Jerry Shelley. There's Meacham involved. Kyle Thomas. Derek Benassi. Not done yet. I'm going to wait for John Azalea to come up here. And there he goes into it. Amy Shelley into it as well. Chris Washer gets another piece. Now what happened in front of Duncan? Oh, we had big time issues up here. As it looks like more chasers having issues. As Jack Smith's going to get into the 30 of Henry Sanford, who actually clips the 14 and gets into the 41 of Gene Sanford. So more chasers having issues as Henry Sanford gets turned around on the front straightaway. Whoa, Brennan Patterson. There's Kyle Sosnowski. Okay. Brad Johnson doing a good job at trying to work his way through it. And with that, we'll take you back to the green flag or pit stops here, depending on what happened underneath the caution. And we are back. No retirees underneath the caution. Danny Everett leads, then it's Dylan Young, Daniel Day, Tom Gerard, Charles Sanford, Matt Benassi, Charles Jackson, Seth Cole, Mary Shelley, and Gene Sanford your top 10. We'll recap where all the chases are. Henry Sanford will restart 12th. Patterson in 14th. Sam Young 15th. Sky Commons in 20th. Matt Dixon 21st. Brad Johnson in 24th. Adam Derrickson 27th with Drew Austin in 28th. Duncan 29th. Jerry Shelley 31st. Amy Shelley will restart in the 34th position. And Meacham will restart in 40th as the lowest running chaser right now. Definitely don't want to leave here in one of the bottom 4 chasers, or as one of the bottom 4 finishing chasers, because that puts you in a hole to begin. But the green flag back out. Daniel Day looks for second inside of Dylan Young. Sanford's underneath Gerard, and Matt Benassi comes up to the looks to the inside as well. And Danny Everett's loving this right now in his rearview mirror. People getting the wall off turn number 4 there. We complete a green flag lap, and Daniel Day clears Dylan Young as they head off into turn number 1. And I stand corrected, as I think William Duncan has gone around on the front straightaway. But they are racing back to the caution here still, as the caution flag came out after these guys had taken the yellow flag. Oh, wow, those guys were close. Oh, Jake Rogers! They sorted that out. And I think we'll stay tuned with the leaders here, see if they make pit stops underneath this caution, and then we will take you back to see what happened. And it looks like it. Everett's coming down, and it looks like a lot of them are following. Not seeing anyone that is staying out right now. So we'll be able to see what the strategy is on the 99. Right side's going on the car. Looks like at least right side's on a lot of guys up and down pit road. They go to the left side. Here comes some people down. Dylan Young's leading this brigade. And it's going to be Everett, I think. We'll have to see how they rule that. But we will take you back to see what happened to Dylan Young. Or not to Dylan Young, I'm sorry, William Duncan. And we're back. A couple chasers getting this one started. Look, as Jerry Shelley will force the issue here 3 wide. Duncan kind of gets the wall, and McNamara is inside Shelley. And McNamara just gives Shelley no room there, and the Roush teammates will hit the inside wall. Doesn't look like too much done there. William Duncan should be able to continue. We'll bring you back for the green flag here from New Hampshire. And we're back. The ruling is Dylan Young won the race off pit road. Then it's Danny Everett, the 2 Roush teammates, and our front row starters. Daniel Day, Charles Sanford, Pichu London, Tom Gerard, Charles Jackson, Matt Benassi, Jeff James, and Chris Washer is your top 10. Then it's Jerry Shelley runs 11th. Henry Sanford in 15th. William Duncan 17th. Meacham in 18th now. Sky Commons up to 19th with Mary Shelley. There's Brent Patterson in 21st. Sam Young in 23rd. Matt Dixon. Looking through. There's Derrickson in 33rd. Brad Johnson in 35th. The green flag's back out. Drew Austin and Amy Shelley still back here. Now here's the interesting part. If Everett looks inside, does Dylan Young let his teammate and chaser go by? After all, Roush Fenway has 3 out of their 5 cars in this chase. The 6, the 17, and the 99. 16 and the 97 just not able to get the win that they needed to get in here. Oh, and Daniel Day almost off the bumper, and Mary Shelley's around. Patterson hard into the wall. Oh my gosh! Benassi on his roof. Sanford on her roof. A huge wreck has just occurred here on the front straightaway. Caution obviously out. And Dylan Young is going to lead back to the flag. Wow. There's Alex Jones' car. Once again, we'll watch the leaders. If they don't pit, we'll take you right back to see what happened. Pichu London will pit. It doesn't appear as though anyone else will, or at least not too many else. Meacham pits, but with that, we'll take you back to see what happened here. And we're back. Here's what happened. Two more chasers once again making contact here. Mary Shelley and Trevor Meacham. There's Patterson. But the wreck really starts behind him with Matt Dixon and Sam Young. Oh, hard contact between the 32 and the 17. There's Jake Rogers and Jeffrey Buckeye. But it's just on from here already. Oh my gosh. A lot of drivers involved in this. Jeff Ozzie Jr. and Bob Johansson, I think, just caught him behind it. A lot of guys. We'll see if any chasers retire when we come back for the green flag here from New Hampshire. And we are back. Dylan Young continues to lead. It's still Danny Everett. Then it's Charles Sanford, Daniel Day, Chris Washer, Matt Benassi, Tom Gerard, Charles Jackson, Jeff James, and Kyle Austin in the top 10. As you can see, there are 3 lot cars. Jerry Shelley runs in 11th. Henry Sanford in 14th. William Duncan 16th. Sky Commons, Mary Shelley, Matt Dixon 17th through 19th. Brad Johnson 21st. Patterson, Shelley's up here in the 25th position. Derrickson, Sam Young. Drew Austin still hanging back in 32nd. Meacham's 37th. And no cars have retired. The green flag is out though. We are back to racing here from New Hampshire. Alex Jones is off the pace. Charles Sanford's going to go to the low side here, try and get past Danny Everett. Dylan Young's going to clear the lot car though off turn number 2. And it's going to be between Everett and Sanford here, trying to clear the lot car of Sanford. Everett continues to hold the high line. Oh boy. Now they're 3 wide back in the pack. Derek Benassi and Matt Benassi rubbing. Oh boy, oh, contact. 4 wide. This isn't going to work. Oh, Benassi's around. More trouble. Charles Jackson's in it. Wow. Dylan Young leads to the stripe. And a lot of stuff going on there. We'll take you back to see what happened. At least to show what happened. First, we'll see if the leaders pit. They do not. You could really say this one started back here in turn 2 and just ended in turn number 3. Watch this. They're 4 wide coming off the corner. The Benassi brothers kind of get into each other. I mean, they're touching there. Matt bounces off the wall. They're still 4 wide. And then Kyle Austin just kind of crowds him like there was no one there. Let's come back up here to Charles Jackson, though. Jeff James gets turned into the grass by Jerry Shelley. And I think that's where this contact's going to start. Yep. Oh, sorry about that. Not much happening there that hasn't already happened this race. We'll bring you back for the green flag here. Almost halfway home already here. Dylan Young leads. And we are back. Dylan Young continues to lead. It is still Danny Everett in seconds. Charles Sanford, Daniel Day, Chris Washer, Tom Gerard, Jerry Shelley, Matt Benassi. Henry Sanford's making an appearance in the top 10. And Seth Cole, the top 10. Finishing out the top 10. It's Matt Dixon, Mary Shelley's there. Sky Commons 14th. Brad Johnson in 17th. Brennan Patterson in 19th. Duncan 21st. Amy Shelley 23rd. Sam Young 25th. Derrickson 26th. Drew Austin 27th. Meacham 33rd. Jackson 35th. The green flag getting ready to come out. There it is. It's displayed to the National Guard forward. We're back to racing just short of halfway home. Charles Sanford with the same move he pulled on the last restart. I doubt it'd work any better than it did the last time, or maybe did he learn something from the last attempt? Apparently not. He's still going with it. Hasn't moved to the inside yet. Sanford, there's someone pitting. Oh my gosh, Derrickson's in the wall and in the air. Could this have been centered around a car? The Matt Benassi car, which has come to pit road. Now let's see if Dylan Young will make a pit stop here underneath the caution, or if any of the other leaders will. No, and we'll bring you back to see what happened. I'm not sure if this is what actually brought the caution, but this happened on the back straightaway before what happened. As you see, Devin Whitson turns the 19. Oh no. Oh! Heavy hit. Now where's Benassi at? See, there's Benassi. He's coming in. Clearly. Oh, and Dixon gets into Jack Smith. And that's where all the wrecking will start. Cherry, Derrickson, Jacob Budd, McNamara, Meacham, Kyle Thomas, John Azala. I'm not sure if Buckeye's actually in it. But wow. Dylan Young leads back to the caution. We're halfway home. We'll bring you back for the green flag and recap who has retired from this race. And we're back, and some big names have retired from this race. Adam Derrickson and Brad Johnson, the only retirees. They will score 42nd and 41st place points, and they are both chasers. Dylan Young leads though. Danny Everett, Charles Sanford, Daniel Day, Chris Washer, Tom Gerard, Henry Sanford, Jerry Shelley, Mary Shelley, Seth Cole is your top 10. The rest of the chasers are as follows. You have Sky Commons running 13th, Patterson in 15th, Amy Shelley 16th, Duncan 17th, Young in 19th, Austin 20th, Dixon 22nd, Jackson 25th, And Meacham runs in the 36th position. But that is big. Brad Johnson, Adam Derrickson will start with the biggest deficits they can as they finish dead last. The green flag's back out. 29 laps complete. And Sanford pulls once again the same move. It is yet to work for him. Now he goes to the outside. And Daniel Day's going to try and pull the move off and go to the inside. No caution yet, so that's a good sign. Sanford's on the outside of Daniel Day now. This worked to perfection. And oh! I see Dixon around in the back. We'll have to see. Are we under caution? No! No caution! As it does not work for Daniel Day either. Daniel now gets the inside, and it might be the biggest deficit. Oh, and they're wrecking again. That will bring out a caution. Kyle, oh! Duncan hard hit. Meacham as well. As Dylan Young now will come once again around. 20 laps to go. The caution flag flies. And we will now take you back once again to show what happened here. And we're back. Charles Jackson and Matt Dixon, which has been the theme of the day. Chasers getting into chasers. This was the wreck that did not bring out the caution. Jackson was the one car we did not see in this. And Jackson, actually the biggest help. He gets into him, but Dixon does not go around thanks to Charles Jackson. And then we'll go up to the 6 here of William Duncan. And see what happened here. I don't know. Was there contact between the... Yeah, there's contact between the 15 and the 20, which sends both of them up into the fence. They're wrecking in front of them, but Austin and Duncan are the ones that make the contact. Sosnowski gets into Duncan, or into Kyle Austin, I mean. Meacham just plows into 20, and Jack Smith drills the 6, as well as Kyle Thomas. And with that, I don't remember seeing Dylan Young pitting, but we'll take a look. If not, we'll bring you back for the green flag and see and give you a running order with where the chases run. And we're back. One retirement, and it was Trevor Meacham, who will finish today in the 40th position. So we have 3 retirements, and all 3 of them are chasers. Dylan Young leads. It's Danny Everett second, Charles Sanford, Daniel Day, Tom Gerard, Mary Shelley, Henry Sanford, Jeffrey Buckeye, Sky Commons, and Elijah Workman in the top 10. Patterson's now in 11th. Seth Cole, Devin Whitson, Chris Washer, Drew Austin in 14th. Pichu London, Jerry Shelley is in 17th with his sister Amy behind him in 18th. Sam Young in 19th. Jeff James 20th. Jackson 22nd. Dixon 29th. And Duncan 35th. No chasers are a lap down at this point, but we do have the 3 that are now in the garage area. And they have dug themselves a mighty fine hole, especially if Danny Everett can win this race. Dylan Young, though, has dominated. He once again will clear the lap car of Gene Sanford going into the corner, which is all he really needed. Daniel Day was the one that was able to take advantage and go to the inside this time. Not sure how much of an advantage it will be, though, unless he can get underneath the 41 coming off this corner. They're 3 wide for second. Oh, Sanford gets into Daniel Day and Danny Everett. They strain it out and around goes Sanford. Benassi gets help from Sanford as well, but they wrecked behind them. Dixon's on pit road. And Dylan Young is like all by himself. He's the only one not to take the caution flag. But he is trying to race the 41 back, apparently. And obviously, with his success with the last few restarts, he'd want to keep that. And with that, oh, Kyle Austin's got damage. He's smoking. Where's Dixon at? Uh-oh. Well, we'll bring you back to see what happened. And I have a sad feeling I think Dixon's out of this race. And we're back. Actually, Dixon did not, and he was not even involved in this as he just came down pit road. That's why we saw him down here. The wreck will start with who? We have Chris Washer up there in the 4. Okay, let's take a look back now, I guess, and actually see what happened. Okay, so we have 3 wide here. Austin slides up into the 4. Patterson gets into the 01, and the 4 gets into Patterson. The 4 bounces off the 33. Patterson gets into the 4, then Jeff James bounces off the 4 of Chris Washer. McNamara, Benassi, and Kyle Thomas get involved that way. There's Jerry Shelley. And of course had the incident up here with the 24. And how they managed to save this one was a miracle in my mind. Sanford will get into the 99. They come down into Daniel Day. And Daniel's car is like 90 degrees sideways. Everett bounces off the nose of the car and strains it out. Then Benassi gets into the 24 and around they go. You see the 30 gets into the 80 after he bounces off the wall. And who was in front of the 80? Alex Jones, a lap car. Okay. With that, we'll bring you back for the green flag here from New Hampshire. And we are back. You see no new retirees. And with 11 laps to go, the field will be single file here. Dylan Young leads. Danny Everett second. Tom Gerard. Daniel Day. Charles Sanford. Mary Shelley. Henry Sanford. Jeffrey Buckeye. Sky Commons. And Elijah Workman is your top 10. Does anyone have anything for that 16 car out in front? The green flag is out. Time to figure out. Everett's going to make quick work of the 41. Shelley underneath Sanford. Gerard now underneath the 41. Gerard's going to almost try and dive bomb the corner there. It looked like he was going to try and get underneath the 99. Massive battle way back there. Seth Cole's into the wall and around goes the 29. Jerry Shelley with a lot of damage to the front end of his car. It appears Sky Commons has been involved. Oh boy. Dylan Young, look out. Dylan, look out. Jake Rogers loses a lap. We should be able to get back to green flag racing here. But it's time to try and figure out what happened. And we're back. Good friends getting into each other here. I'm not sure if this actually ends up bringing out the caution, but... Oh, Warren Cherry and Amy Shelley there at the back of the screen get into each other. And that's where these guys are all going to get involved in this. 3 guys duck down to pit road and just make a pit stop here to get by this. I'm trying to look underneath because it almost looked like the 4 was underneath the 46. But up here, Pichu London had some issues with his teammate. Oh, that's okay. So Whitson in the 21 is going to get into the 29, and then Pichu London gets into 21, comes up into his teammate, and around they go. I think each of them lucky that, well, never mind, Sam Young gets into the 11. I was going to say they were both lucky to not have anyone hit them, but then I saw the 5, so. With that, we'll bring you back to the green flag here from New Hampshire. And we're back. There will be 4 laps to go when the field gets the green flag, so this will be the final restart of the day, because if a caution flag comes out, the race will end. Under the caution, Dylan Young leads, and it's Danny Everett, Tom Gerard, Charles Sanford, Mary Shelley, Daniel Day, Henry Sanford, Jeffrey Buckeye, Devin Whitson, and Pichu London in the top 10. There's Sky Commons in 11th, Drew Austin is in 12th, Sam Young 14th, Jackson in 15th, Patterson runs 17th right now, Matt Dixon is in 38th, Amy Shelley 21st, Duncan's in 27th, and Jerry Shelley's the last car on the lead lap in 30th. The green flag back out. Does Danny Everett have anything for this 16 of Dylan Young? Daniel Day making quick work of the 41, getting underneath Gene as they go down to turn number 1. So far, so good. No caution. As Danny's going to try and close in on that 16. Some guys making pit stops, but no caution yet. Battle currently for second. Danny's had the best car chasers, and the caution flag is out. Jeffrey Buckeye around as they come back to the caution flag. Charles Jackson flips. A little bit too much mayo in that car, apparently. So, Dylan Young will win this race. Let's quickly take a look back. We won't even pause this at all. Let's take a look back at what happened. It looks like it might have been between the 80 and the... Well, never mind. It had to have been between the 97 here. Because caution was already out before they even came down the front straightaway. So here's what this came out for. If I can pause this recording at all. Or pause that, I mean. Ah. So you can kind of see what happened there. And then these guys wreck up here. London gets into Buckeye. Benassi bounces off the wall and gets into Jake Rogers. Alex Jones turns to 33. There's Jackson, and he's going to get jacked up by the 11 of Sky Commons. Elijah Workman down the center of this. So too is Amy Shelley. Oh, Patterson runs into the 80. And Matt just runs into him. But a lot happened. So, with that, let's go back to live, see where they're at. Conveniently enough, they are coming right down to the start-finish line to make Dylan Young the official winner of this race. Dylan Young takes chase race number 1, his first career Coke Vanilla Cup Series win. Boy, won't that cap off what's been a pretty tumultuous season for Dylan Young, to say the least. There's Amy Shelley just running around the track. Sky Commons crosses the line. Oh, and the race standings have become official, actually. As that's why McNamara must have come back around or something. Amy Shelley just storming around the track, though. But there's your winner. It's a Roush Fenway 1-2 finish as Danny Everett comes home second. Tom Gerard third. Mary Shelley, Charles Sanford your top 5. Daniel Day, Henry Sanford, Devin Whitson, Seth Cole, and Warren Cherry your top 10. 24 cars will get credited for finishing on the lead lap here today. And of course, the 3 chasers at the bottom to have their issues here today. Cup racing will be from Dover next week. Congrats to Dylan Young. I'm Gordon Fan 291. This has been a production of the INORL Racing Uncontained. See you next time. Dylan Young, for the first time this season, gets to celebrate a victory. And I'm meaning in any of the 3. It's his first win in any of my 3 series. And it's a Coke Vanilla Cup win in what has been a very disastrous year, obviously, to say the least. But he's come on here in this final couple races. Obviously getting the win 1 race too late, but I'm sure he'll take a win nonetheless. Oh, I think you got the wall a little bit there, but oh well. A nice burnout there from the number 16 Ford. Again, doing a nice burnout there on the pit road now. She's going to bring the car down into victory lane here. And that will conclude the round of the weekend of New Hampshire. Race 28 is next. Chase race number 2. 2 more left, and then we'll lower this chase field from 16 down to 12. We'll see you guys then.